Okay, one more video I want to put up today, and this is probably, hopefully some encouragement for the bride. I had this dream August 21st, 2013, and I think I'm probably no different than most of us, where there's still a little part of us that feels so unworthy to go home, or we want to, we feel like we've come up short. And this is what the dream was showing me, that I feel that I'm coming up short with the Lord. Well, in this dream, I was invited to dinner with God. Now, I walked into this room, and of course, I knew this was God, but of course he came to me as another person, but I knew this, who it was. And he was fixing dinner, and I stood beside him, and he said, I hear my wife has some nervousness, the bride. And I said, yeah. I said, I'm anxious too. I have anxiety too. So God knows that the bride, that we're getting nervous. So he made a point to say that. So I agreed. I said, yes, even me too. I'm nervous. I'm getting anxiety. So he told me to sit down. So I sat at the table, and he sat at the other end, and Jesus was on my left. And God says, I want to introduce you to my son. So when I looked over at Jesus, I couldn't see anything but light. His face was light, his body was light. The only thing I could see was his hand when he reached out to shake my hand. So I shook his hand, and when I looked back over at this person representing God, I could see how much he loved his son. His face, he just had this huge smile on his face, and it was just kind of cool to see. So anyways, he got up and finished dinner, and then he sat, instead of sitting across from me, he sat beside me. And he put some food on my plate, and he had me eat. Well, after dinner, he got up, and I heard that he was very angry. And all the people that were there, which I believe were angels, they all knew, and it felt like all the attention was on me. And I started to get a little bit like, I knew God wasn't angry at me, but I felt like everybody was looking at me. But I heard him, and he was angry because he wants so bad to be with his children, but they aren't repenting. And he was also very, very angry for the way that his children are being treated. That's exactly what he said. He said that he's so angry over the way that we are being treated and misused and beat up by the enemy. And he was very angry because he wants, I just wished I could emphasize this enough for you guys, how badly he wants to be with all of us. I mean, he was so upset. But he said it, but it's because his children won't repent. So hopefully this will help somebody out there. But I just thought that was cool, and hopefully some encouragement to the fact that God knows that we're getting nervous. He knows that we're getting anxious. And he wants to be with us more than anything. I just hope you guys can try to understand how badly he wants to be with us. So I just thought that was cool. I wanted to give you that little update. Oh, and at the end of the dream, what was cool is I looked in the other room, and I saw a bunch of people in line getting ready to eat, and I saw my family there, my husband and my kids. And my husband came out, and he gave me a kiss, and I told him what God said. And then when I looked down, I saw that God had given me some gifts. And I opened it up, and it was jewelry. I had a ring. He gave me a ring finger on my hand, and one was shaped as a heart. I just thought that was sweet. So, anyways, God bless you guys.